Now from the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden studios, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Robinson up the middle.
Shifts by him.
Across midfield. He's on his way.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Bijan Robinson.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Bills are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
In motion, James, the tight end. Throwing to start the drive. Travis.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd down. In motion, the tight end.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Allen going to change the look here.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's got room. The 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
129 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, Travis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. In motion, James, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 79 yards.
And the Jets are back within a score.
The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
Oh, what a move. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Boy, 175 yards on the ground here for Harris. It's a first down.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Robinson with another carry.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Allen taking it himself. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Josh Allen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Operating from the gun, Travis.
Has his man, that's James.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And this one out quickly to James.
And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A give running right is Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Jets have cut it back within a score.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Green. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45-yard line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Third and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Now 2nd and 5.
Coleman, the man in motion right. And now they'll throw with Allen. And the ball is knocked out.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Allen. Finding Green complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Third and 8.
In motion goes the tight end.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And his kick here is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Throwing to start the drive. Travis escaping the pressure right.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round.
Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Cook able to escape.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen going to change it up.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
244 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
They juked him. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
And now an audible here into something else. In motion left goes Green.
Here's Allen.
That is caught.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Keon Coleman.
38 yards.
And the Bills have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there. There are so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
27 yards there, a first down.
Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles, because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense. Moving.
And this is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. 39 yards.
And the Jets have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Robinson on a give right side.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Allen now looks to throw. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Keon Coleman
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
So problems there on the return. Very costly. Not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Bijan Robinson,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They got 29 yards that time. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught inside the 15. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Travis. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush. But you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Travis. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Travis. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.